and moving keys around. Like when keys is being forced to hit backhands down the line that she's not comfortable with, or forehands where she's way off the court. That's the position that Ego wants to be in because A, she can either have a lot more open space for the next ball, or most likely she's going to win the point outright. And so 5 all, she breaks at 30, hits a really strong return, gets a miss from Keys, and and it was just an example of like just keep on putting pressure, slowly building the points in a way that it's more advantageous for her footwork and her court positioning. So 6-5. At this point, you're thinking, okay, she's serving this thing out probably because she's looking really strong, and she was. I mean, basically up until match point. I mean, Keys' level was still pretty strong too, but 6-5, 40-30. I mean, this was the moment where, yeah.
This was the moment. Yeah, gets to 40-30. In that 6-5 game, Iga Swiatek serving for the match, and that ends up being the only match point that she sees. Because as you're saying, Keys' level didn't really go away. She was still pretty good, and a very well struck return right at Iga's toes.
And Iga made the first serve, by the way, too.
So
So Iga makes the first serve on the match point.
yeah.
And
So here's the thing, right? Like we talk about match point saves. This has to go as a textbook definition of a match point save. I'm not sure Iga did a lot wrong with that serve. Maddie did everything right with that return to get
yeah,
it
I
to
mean,
two.
it was decent pace. It was pretty good depth. It could have been maybe a little bit better located, but that's just me nitpicking right now. And obviously, it's match point, so you're going to be a little nervous. It's the first time that you're going to be in an Australian Open final, so like for that moment, I would say the serve was pretty decent. You would have not expected the return to come back as strong as it did. Basically, knocked Iga back from the baseline, and she was having to hit. Yeah, she was basically having to hit an Agnieszka Radwanska style backhand, from her knees, basically, and she was having to do that in like a split second. So no, it just totally rocked her back, and